This is a very interesting thing, that how the US economy will get hit because of these tariffs. So tariffs, the country that imposes tariffs also hardly ever benefits from these tariffs, especially when it is developed. Let me give you a recent example only from the first term of Mr. Donald Trump as a president. What he did was he imposed import duties on washing machines, especially the ones that were coming from China, following a complaint from Whirlpool. Now what happened because of that, not only the washing machines got expensive, but the additional revenue collection was also very minimal. So the washing machines, because of this reason, got expensive in the US, so they must have been either importing from other countries or manufacturing in-house. So the washing machines got expensive within the country, and as a result of this, as per a study done by a reputed university over there, found that more than $1.5 billion were paid due to inflation by the Americans over there. So Americans are also at a loss if these tariffs are imposed, because it shoots up the inflation in the American market as well. And the government got just $83 million additional in revenue as taxes. So, of course, this is a wake-up call for those investors who are heavily allocated to equities. Equities are not supposed to be very heavily allocated in your portfolio. Say, for example, if you have 80 to 90% of your long-term portfolio invested in equities, this might be a wake-up call for you to maybe trim your exposure after considering taking advice from your investment advisor. So as far as equity markets are concerned, of course, those sectors and those companies specifically which are very dependent on these sectors which are exporting to the US will take a hit. So for example, like I said, electronic goods or pharmaceutical or textiles are the top 3 to 5 industries which export goods to the US. We can see a hit in those companies' earnings estimates and earnings thereafter, as a result of which the stock prices might go down. As far as industries and the companies which are concerned, which will have an impact because of these additional tariffs, are the industries which export goods to the US. So textile is there, pharmaceutical is there, electronic goods are there, which heavily export to the US. So the companies which are dependent on American revenue as far as these goods are concerned, are going to take a hit. There's going to be no impact on those companies which are exporting services like TCS, Infosys, as far as these tariffs are concerned. So no direct impact because of these tariffs to these companies which are exporting services from India. I'm talking only about goods. Tariffs are applicable only on goods and not services. As far as the stock markets and stock prices are concerned, it is being estimated by various brokerages that the MSCI India earnings will take a hit of 2 to 5% in the coming year in FY26. So definitely because of this, the growth trajectory will slow down temporarily, and the stock prices and the markets might also take a hit because of this, which they already have started. So definitely there's going to be a short-term impact, and as far as the employees are concerned who are working in these industries are also going to get laid off or face pay cuts, because of which their disposable income will also get reduced. And if it gets reduced, their consumption power also reduces. So it is going to be a cascading impact. But as far as a direct impact is concerned, I've already mentioned the name of the industries and companies. So as far as the long-term story is concerned, definitely this is something which is not sustainable. Either the Americans will have to import from some other countries which are going to sell them at a higher cost than India did before these tariffs, or they will have to manufacture in-house. The labor cost is around 5 to 6 times over there. So of course, it's not going to be sustainable for them to manufacture everything within their country. Ford, which manufactures cars in-house within their country, also faced a loss of 800 million in just one quarter. So definitely doing everything in-house is not wise for any business to do. And businesses will, go back to Mr. Trump and say, this is not working out and we need to work around policies which help us build products and consumption sustainably. Inflation will rise, and I think Mr. Trump will take a wise call to roll back these tariffs in 6 months, 1 year, you never know. And there's already a discussion, a negotiation round that's going to happen on the 24th or the 25th of August when the US delegates will come to India. So I think these tariffs are not here to stay for long. And if inflation if inflation is going to cut the pockets of Americans, I think then any government will have to understand and go soft on their hard stance.